Move forward. Press forward. Press forward.
Mayor of Harrogate Borough, but also I chair the Army Benevolent Fund. And I have great respect for the Army Benevolent Fund because of all the work they do for our veterans and also for the soldiers generally. And a lot of efforts put in by the Army. Certainly this college is absolutely fantastic. I probably spent half my life here, in fairness, working with them to raise money for the Army Benevolent Fund. And they actually also won the National Award last year for raising the most money for the Army Benevolent Fund as well. Well, anybody who saw the 5 programmes on television in the last 5 weeks will know the efforts they put in to be here in the first place. And you must congratulate every single one of them, because they gave their lives for 5 weeks on those courses to be here.
So I'm responsible for all the British Army's initial training. That involves Harrogate here, which looks after the junior soldiers, but also those who are adult soldiers, those who join over the age of 18, and also reserves as well. Well, today's a really important day because this marks the end of the first chapter of their great Army careers. They've been here for sometimes up to a year, and they've been taught all sorts of skills, both military skills, education, as also leadership and teamwork. And really this is the culmination of that. They then move on to their specialist trades and training, where they'll turn themselves into engineers or logisticians or whatever they've chosen to be.
Well, the parade is I think the pinnacle of a year or 6 months of training, and while it's an amazing milestone, I think for us it just represents the start of a fabulous career through the Army for many. And as much as the junior soldiers have been nervous and have prepared and practiced and delivered on the day, it's also reflective of the amount of investment that the permanent staff have put in. So in many ways this is our journey, I guess, as much as the junior soldiers. Well, Harrogate delivers basic training, so this is the first step in their journey to complete and reach the field army. So they all now leave here and go on to the specific parts that train their trade training. So it's really where they learn their craft and then cement the part of the army that they're going to.
So I was obviously on the long course for Waterloo 52 intake, so that's us just passing out now for our short break before we go into our phase 2 training at ITC Catterick, which is our last final bit of training, and then we'll move on to our battalion. Yeah, it was good fun. We do a lot. It's quite fast, but it was good. But it was definitely, today was a good day. That's infantry, so the infantry training centre, where I'll obviously do much more specific job role for the infantry. I'll learn my trade a lot better.
While the parade is an impressive ceremony to watch, it's actually the consolidation of a year or 6 months of military training, the shoot, move and communicate skills a soldier needs, leadership training. We're the only unit that really teaches formally leadership skills to soldiers, sports and skills, which is really reflective of the fact that we value the sporting dedication, and there are lots of crossovers between sport and being a good soldier, and actually education. A lot of what we do is education based, and we are an Army Foundation college. I think it's important to recognise that we are setting many of these journey soldiers on their journey through the education system that perhaps they didn't have when they were at state school. So the consolidation of all that, I think, is quite impressive on the parade square.